Welcome to the Engineers Week 2012 project. This year we're basing it off of an event that happened in the fall that hopefully all the kids remember, and that is the earthquake that shook New York. Maybe some of the kids felt it. You can ask them, hey, did anyone feel that earthquake? Instead of doing a real earthquake, we're going to have what's called a CandyQuake. So our objective today is to build a tall structure out of spaghetti and marshmallows. Okay? And the key is that they have to be able to put a gumdrop person right at the top of the structure, and even when we shake it, the gumdrop has to stay at the top, and it has to be freestanding as well. So obviously this one is not going to work, right? Because as soon as we start shaking it, it falls. So the materials today, for the younger kids, we're just going to tell them that we're going to give you a certain amount of materials, and that certain amount of materials is going to be 12 pieces of spaghetti and 12 marshmallows for a total of 24 pieces. We're still going to use your discretion, but we'd really like the younger kids especially to have a piece of paper in their groups and draw out a design. Try to draw it before they get started, before you give them the spaghetti or the marshmallows, because as soon as you give them these, they're going to start building. So before that, have them plan out their design, because engineers, we like to plan. We like to work in groups, create designs. So for the older kids, the added, sort of thing for them is you say you get 24 total items. You can have 12 and 12, you can have 10 and 14, whatever number you want, but it can't be more than 24 pieces. And so, again, they have to sketch on pieces of paper in their groups and come up with one design in their group, and then they'll tell you how many marshmallows and how many pieces of spaghetti that they need. So I'm going to pretend that I'm, either an older kid or an older group, and I've asked for 12 and 12, and I'm going to try to start a design. And so the first thing I'm going to do, try not to, you can sort of help them out, but don't give them too many hints, right? We want the kids to come to a lot of things, on their own. So the more that you're able to just let them sort of imagine a better project, and if they break something, well, that's the cost of being an engineer. You can't just have as many materials as you want. You always have to be careful. So I'm just going to build a simple base here, just to give you a quick demo of a possible design. Okay, and now I want to make it tall. So I'm going to start by putting marshmallows on the end of all of these pieces, like so. And a lot of the problems that I think the younger kids are going to have is just to get something to stand. So if you're seeing that kids are having problems, try to talk them into thinking about pyramids, because that tends to be a structure that really works well. If they start building boxes, you're going to notice that it's really hard to get a good box to actually stand upright, but let them find that out by themselves. So now that I have all my marshmallows in, I'm going to start putting this up. Okay? And I'm already going to take another piece of spaghetti to try to get me some good connection up here. Okay, another piece of spaghetti. Remember, we always have to be a little bit gentle with spaghetti because it is quite easy to break. Okay, almost got our pyramid all set up. You can see that it's already almost standing, but this last piece should help to stabilize it completely. And something like that. And one last piece to create a box at the top. So, kind of already have something that can hold a gumdrop, right? Here's a little gumdrop guy, and he's being held in place. So, I still have some more pieces, so I could try to, go up on this and build it higher. There's not a lot of time for that. But in the classroom, if they have time, encourage that. Because remember, it's whoever can have the tallest structure and still have this gumdrop hold on after the earthquake simulator. So, you know what, let's just do the earthquake simulator with this design. So, we're going to use the fancy Earthquake Simulator 5000, which is just a piece of cardboard. I mean, we'll cut these out for everybody, but it's really just a piece of cardboard. So they have to take their designs, they have to bring them up to the front of the class, or if you want, you can go up to them. But the point is that now we can shake it. So for the younger kids, the shaking is going to be like this, and you can see like, oh yeah, your gumdrop stayed up. So for the older kids though, feel free, as long as you do it the same to every group. Here's the earthquake, oh, and it fell. See, that was a little violent. So you want to try to, calibrate it. But as you can see, you want to count how many seconds, that you're shaking. So, for example, if you're going to say, okay, I'm going to shake for 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, and then that way everybody gets the same amount of shaking. So that's basically it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I wish everyone good luck with it.